All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're talking about warming up today. Now, warm-ups come up very often, no matter who I'm speaking with, if they're an athlete, no matter what sport they're into or what they're trying to do. We're going to talk about running specifically today. Now, a lot of people will ask me, okay, should I warm up or not? If I do warm up, what should I do? Should I do static stretching, or should I do dynamic stretching, or should I use a foam roller? So these are some of the questions that people generally ask me. Now, some of these techniques can also be used after your workout as a cool down. So that's something to consider as well. But in terms of answering those questions, let's talk about from the beginning of like why warm up in the first place, right? So current research shows that dynamic warm-ups, which are movement-based versus static, which are still, you're just holding the stretch, are more helpful. So dynamic warm-ups are more helpful in prevention of injuries. That's just current research, right? So the reason for this is why warm up in the first place. It kind of leads into that. So warm-ups are there to help you be prepared for the movements that you're about to do, so that your body is ready, your tissues are ready, tendons are ready, muscles are ready, nervous system is ready, and you're decreasing your chances of getting injured because your body is already equipped and prepared for what you're about to do. So dynamic warm-ups are amazing because they can replicate the movements you're already going to be using in the activity that you're about to do, right? So when you think about running, we are working mostly in what we call the sagittal plane, which is this one right here going front to back, right? So our arm swing, if you think about it, our leg swing, it's kind of moving us in that one unilateral direction. So these might be the types of dynamic warm-ups that we would like to incorporate for preparing us to run, right? The other thing to consider is that when we're warming up, it's not just for your muscular system, but for your nervous system. And a lot of people kind of put their nervous system on the back burner or aren't thinking about that. But if you think about it, your muscles contract because of communication between your brain and your nerves, right? And your nerves are embedded in the muscles. So we want to warm up everything, and that is the ideal situation before you start aggressively demanding a lot out of your muscles, whether it's power, whether it's endurance, things like that, okay? So those are two good reasons to include a dynamic warm-up. Number one, you are getting your body ready for the movements you're already about to do. Number two, you're prepping and priming your nervous system to communicate well with the muscles that are going to be used when you exert yourself, okay? Now, when to warm up. You want to do it before your workout. You can also use the warm-ups as your cool downs or recovery. So if you're somebody who has a stiffer body, you get tight, say like your glutes, your hamstrings, your calf muscle, your plantar foot, bottom of the foot muscles are tight frequently. Maybe you have a stiffer body composition, or maybe you just have some tightness in those muscles. So you may choose to do a dynamic warm-up that specifically targets those muscle groups and where the nerve runs through those muscle groups, okay? So I'm gonna give you a clearer picture of how to implement this in the implementation section. So I'll give you examples of what you can do. That way you can sort of customize it towards yourself. So that is the main information I'm going to give you regarding dynamic warm-ups. And then let's hop into how to do it. So drop below in the implementation section. It's 30 seconds. You can do it right now as you watch the video.